boys are united. This man.
Finally,
And we're gonna have I'm having a drink with my good friend San Miguel.
Platinum to Devil May Cry 5.
Have you platinum Devil May Cry 5? Have you?
Have I not told you?
I was wondering why these drinks are free. And it makes perfect sense now.
Do you not wonder why there's free tomatoes at us outside? Oh,
Yeah, that was a bit weird. But it was raining though, so I couldn't really see. But I did wonder why they rolled the red carpet out for us as well.
Well, you know, it's just if you platinum Devil May Cry 5, you'll know.
You just know.
And because you have now, if you platinum Devil May Cry 5 from this point onwards, just keep in mind it's just because I had the tips and tricks video to help you out. I did it without that. So
You basically platinumed the game for them with that guide.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Bravo. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Platinum Podcast, where we talk about all things gaming, all things PlayStation, and all things trophies. Today is a little bit different because I am in GuyFarruski's nice chair that you may have seen in his videos and in the podcast, and I am joined by him in person, my beautiful co-host Joel, also known as GuyFarruski. How are you doing, Joey boy?
I'm doing good.
It's been an eventful day.
It's been a long time coming.
It has.
Can't believe it's actually happened.
Finally, after like 33 episodes, we decided it was time to meet each other in person, and we've had a pretty good day, haven't we?
I thought you were going to text me like an hour before, be like, I'm not coming now.
Thought about it. Got like the services, and I was like, I could just turn around and just go back. But no, we came. We've had a good time. We've had some food. We went for a walk.
Yeah.
We've had a good 2-hour chat about life, and then we thought it was finally time to do what we came for today, which was to make ourselves off our live podcast. So,
And of course, let you know that I platinum Devil May Cry 5.
so the 7th time today I've been told that.
I think it's, I need to say it in person. I don't think you've heard it enough.
No,
I think it needs to sink in. I think the more I say it, like when you're in work, and the more you do it, the more you get used to do it.
Yeah.
I think the more I say it, the more it'll sink in.
That makes sense, because I feel like I didn't really truly get that you'd had Platinum Devil May Cry 5 until like the 19th time. And I was like, actually, this guy might be legit. He might have actually done it.
Yeah.
But I still don't. We've seen the videos. You haven't shown me the trophy list yet.
I haven't.
So it could just be all a big ruse. To be fair.
Good.
Exactly.
But it's not.
So yeah, it's not. Well, we'll see. So today we're going to try and follow the normal format that we normally have. We're going to talk about games we've been playing, but we're also going to do a flashback. We've been going for so long now. I think it's only fair that we get to do a flashback. Which, and me and Joel together, we're going to look at the first episode of the podcast.
The cringe.
The cringe will be overbearing. We've set it up, and I was feeling the cringe just fill my soul.
Just the way we looked back then.
Yeah, the look alone, yeah.
You had a cap on. Did you have a cap on?
I did. I think
Or was
I
that
did.
the second episode?
I did.
I can't remember now.
It was when I was growing out my hair. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. Now it's like so short. But before we get into that, let's talk what games we've been playing. Joel, take us away.
GTA 5.
GTA 5.
Still. I managed to get the 100% though.
Bravo.
On the story. So I've only got a couple of miscellaneous ones. I've only got to get, I think it's like a few missions with Trevor, and then a few missions with Michael.
Have you done the bridges yet?
Yeah. They were a nightmare.
Yeah, I bet. It's like 20, isn't it?
I got so annoyed. Especially the plain ones, when you go to do like the knife plates through the buildings. There was always one that I did it, but then I couldn't level it out, and I just crash. And obviously when you die, you have to respawn at the hospital. And I did it with Franklin, so Franklin doesn't have any planes. So I had to...
Why Franklin? Why not Trevor?
Swap out... Yeah, I don't know.
It's too easy. You make it hard for yourself.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. I got standards to uphold now.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah. So I've noticed while I've been here, because obviously I've had the luxury of seeing Joel's setup, that he always has games, like 4 games on his shelf here, that the games that he's working on his backlog. If you didn't know, Joel's working through his backlog. I don't think anybody would have known that.
I don't think anybody
So
would
we've
have
got FIFA 19, Jedi Fallen Order, Sekiro, and Dragon Ball Z. How close are we to finishing any of these?
No. I've finished Sekiro. Kakarot on the Namek saga, so that's halfway.
I would say that's quite early on, isn't it not?
No, it's halfway.
You still got the Frieza saga next, or is that class as the same one?
Yeah, I suppose Frieza saga's a beast on its own. Fallen Order, I think I'm pretty close to the end. I got the crystal that then
Oh, you are close.
popped in my hand,
Yeah, pretty close. You're getting there.
and then I ran out of memory. So
YouTube problems. YouTube problems.
yeah,
So is that all you've been playing?
I think so. I think that was it.
I mean, it's only been like 2 weeks since we actually did our last podcast.
Yeah.
So,
GTA's been consuming. I think YouTube's been consuming a lot of time as well.
well, it does. It's a very time-consuming hobby.
It is.
Especially when you drive 3 hours, 4 hours to Manchester.
Where we could have just got the train. Like, the train station is literally 5-minute walk
Yeah.
from my house.
I mean, you made that very clear when we walked past it. I was like, I could have literally been sitting for 3 hours just playing on Pokemon, having the time of my life. But instead, I was stuck in traffic for like hours on end. But we got here in the end. I was meant to be here for 11. I got here at like 12:30.
I think it's the trophy hunter's way.
That's it. You got to power through.
You always find the hardest path
It's
and
just,
stick with it.
we just love the challenge. We just hate ourselves, ultimately.
Yeah.
I think when you hate yourself, you're just happy just to expose yourself to excessive amounts of torture. That's a trophy in the way.
Masochism
Yeah.
at,
Exactly.
at the complete most
Massive
max level.
full throttle. So yeah.
Funny story actually. On the way here, there was this young girl like passed out on the floor.
Yeah.
We were crossing the road. We were like genuinely concerned, like, is somebody need an ambulance? We went over, and obviously for people from Newcastle, you guys all know what it is, but like I didn't have a clue, and obviously these kids didn't have a clue what Lewis meant either. And he was like, "Is she mortal?" I think the kid was like thinking, "Well, she's not a god,
Yeah.
so she must be mortal in some way."
I think we're all always mortal. But yeah, they couldn't comprehend at all what I was saying, and I was like, "Is she okay or is she just mortal?" And they were like, "Mortal?" I was like, "Drunk," and they're like, "Oh yeah, she's just drunk." So
Yeah.
they were all good. We didn't just leave some kids to
Yeah.
the street. They were fine in the end. Well, apart from being mortal drunk, but
Mortal.
mortal drunk. For those who didn't know, I didn't even realize it was such a really northern slang because we're in Manchester, which is still the north. But apparently, it's just a Newcastle thing. And it's a great word, so I'll let you all use it. Mortal for being drunk.
I'll use it now.
Yeah, you use it all the time. No one will know what you're saying ever.
Yeah.
But that's good.
That's the goal.
Be as cryptic as possible
Exactly.
all of the time.
And then make other people look stupid or think they're stupid because they don't know. Like, just make it seem like it's a normal thing.
Yeah, exactly. Make them feel like they don't know what's going on and they don't understand the English language.
Make it feel more awkward for them than it is for you. That's
Always the goal.
That's the way I do it.
Yeah.
What have you been playing though?
So I've been playing. My guilty pleasure, I've decided, is Football Manager. I'm still playing Football Manager. It is just consuming my life. Almost finished my second season. No, starting my third season now. So I've been blasting that pretty hardcore. And then when I haven't been playing that,
How OP is Newcastle right now?
pretty OP. They get so much money every season just to like keep going. So it's pretty great.
Have you won the Prem?
Not yet. No. I came like 9th and then 6th. 5th. So this year is the year. I won the EuroLeague though. I won the European League, which is the second best European league. So
Yeah, I mean that's impressive.
I'll take that.
Has Newcastle ever won it?
No.
No, there you
So
go.
I'm basically breaking
There you go.
records.
Breaking records.
Front, right, and centre.
That's what you want
So-
to do.
But in terms of real games, because that's like my guilty game, it's not really a game, it's just a simulation game, is Alien Elite Fireteam, which is a 3-person PvP. PvE. I was talking about this last time on the podcast, but it's been pretty sweaty. So you've got to play this game on like the hardest difficulty, which is like it's insane. It's called insane, but it's just so hard. It's like you get killed in like four hits. If a teammate walks in front of you, you just down them with your own ammo because it's like the friendly fire is so strong. You've got to like be really strategic with every single corner. You're like, right, wait here, wait for them to come, move on.
Do the aliens leave like acid puddles
Yeah.
when you shoot them? So if you walk over it,
hurt you
your
as well.
health depletes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a lot going on, and there's like face huggers as well that jump on you and stuff. But actually, thankfully, so I've been playing with my friend Connor, and Connor mainly him. He's been recruiting people. So since we've played with someone online, like it's like Lewis, this guy's really good. I'm gonna add him on PSN. I'm gonna message him like 10 times and beg him for help. So I actually started playing with this guy called Max and Mojo, and they are just absolutely amazing. So if they're watching this, you guys are pro gamers.
Well done,
and they've been
Max.
carrying us. Like honestly, one of them, Mojo, I think he needs physio because his back must be so sore from just carrying me and Connor through this game. So I think I'm gonna get the plat though. It's a 9 out of 10 difficulty.
I'm proud of you, Lewis.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Really hard.
If you remember, we're gonna watch the first episode, and back then Lewis had 300 was it 300?
Oh.
300 odd platinums, and I think about 295 of them were just easy games.
299. All of them. I was just grubby bro back then. I've evolved to platinum bro.
Yeah. Now you have actually earned the title.
Agree. Well,
I've actually earned the
I
title.
think so. I think this is platinum's going to be like a 3% ultra rare. So I'm pretty happy.
Is it a PS4 game?
PS4 and 5.
Is it fairly new?
Yeah, it came out last year.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Is it like under the radar?
Yeah, it's like double A. AA titles like only like £40 new, which obviously is like 2/3 of the price of a AAA game.
I think a lot of people maybe got nervous because of what was that terrible alien game? Was it Fight? No, not Fight.
Colonial Marines.
That's the one.
Yeah,
A lot of people, I
it's
think.
garbage. It's a
Yeah.
bad game.
So a lot of people, I think, were like, "This is going to be just like Colonial Marines 2. I'll
Yeah.
leave it."
Well, that's one of the reasons why Alien Isolation did so poorly, because their reputation was just tarnished by Colonial Marines. So yeah, it's a great game though. Honestly, as long as you've got people to play with, it's a really good game.
Can you play on your own?
You can, but you can't platinum it by yourself because you play with AI, and the AI is just garbage. So if you play with AI, you will not get past the second hardest difficulty, let alone the hardest. You need online players, but
Unless you're an absolute god.
I don't think you could do it.
You can't.
No, because like the way you play is you need to funnel the enemies through certain chokeholds in the game, and the AI just run around and do whatever they want.
Where's it set? Is it on a planet?
It's
Or is
set
it in
on 2 spaceships and 1 planet.
Is it the alien planet?
No, you go on like so you're on this like spaceship that gets taken over by the Xenos. You go down to this like synth company, like what's it called? The people who owns Alien, Wayland's owned planet, which is infested with aliens and synths. And then you go back onto it's like an alien. Like the people from Prometheus, the aliens from that one. You go into their big spaceship. I can't remember what they're called.
I can't either. I've not watched it in ages.
The creators or something. You go into their planet, their spaceship, then you go back to another spaceship which is infested. So there's a lot of spaceship stuff, but the game looks beautiful. It's fun. It's good game.
As long as it's a good game, as long as you're enjoying it, as long as the worst thing to get for a platinum or to grind out a platinum is when you're not enjoying the game.
Exactly.
And you just feel like you have to do it.
I also platinumed Untitled Goose Game.
Hey!
Finally. So we're doing like a challenge in my Discord, which is called the Platinum League, which is basically like teams of 13. You earn points depending on the difficulty of the platinum. Untitled Goose Game's only 4 out of 10, so only got me a few points. But it's a good game, and the time trials were kind of annoying, but only because there was a certain bit. Like the AI is so frustrating. They just do what they want, and you've got to do things like steal a hat from an AI, and they'll just be like walking around refusing to drop. It can be a little bit annoying, but it's a really funny game. It's just so funny. I would recommend it.
Link to the Discord. Is it down below?
Will be, probably.
Link to the Discord is down below if you want to join. Well, actually, you can't join the.
Well, you can get on the reserve list now because
Reserve.
there's like 130 people in the competition. But yeah, if you want to join the reserve list, we're going to be hopefully expanding it in the future, depending on how much success we'll have and if it runs okay. Because running challenges in Discord are really hard, really tiring. It involves so much time commitment. You're getting messages constantly about it, but it's worth it. It's good fun. It's definitely good fun. Well, in that case, let's move on.
Let's
move on to our main bit.
We're so organised. Even here, Lewis he's just
got my notes.
Look at that.
Notes ready.
It's just.
So what we're going to do, we're going to now look back to the past.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we're going to look at each other passionately.
Well, we've already done that plenty of times today. We're going to do it later on, of course. But we're going to look back into the past, and we're going to look at the first ever episode of the Platinum Podcast. How are you feeling about that before we go?
I've said it before. I've watched it a few times. Like whenever I need footage for a video from the podcast, it goes obviously on the playlist, so that it's always the first one, and I just can't resist. I always watch a little bit. It's probably always like the same bit, but
I've never watched it.
Reminisce a bit.
The first time it came out. I watched it obviously when I edited it in like what, July of 2020.
Yeah.
So like 18, 19 months ago. I just can't bring myself to watch it. It's just too cringe. It's actually done all right, to be fair. It's still got like 2,000 views, which for the time when I was making videos then, they were getting like 200 views. So it's actually done quite well. People are somehow going back.
I think people are curious though. I'm like that. If I find a channel, I usually go to the first video just to see like the progress. And I think people maybe do that where they think, look at these two idiots here.
These guys.
Clueless.
Didn't have a clue. Wearing a cap. Bad lighting.
Bad audio.
Bad audio.
I think my audio was just the one coming out from your Mac at the time, wasn't it?
The first episode was, yeah.
And then we started. I started sending you the sound files afterwards, but that was only from like episode 5, maybe 6.
And then when I got my PC sorted, I didn't need them anymore, and I could just take them straight from OBS, which was a godsend for editing. It just made everything so much smoother.
How far we've come!
I know, we've really evolved. We've really made it our own. You know, we've got nice overlays and stuff now.
I know,
Thanks to Wheatley for those, because he keeps making them
Wheatley.
from the Discord. But okay, let's go. Let's have a look see then.
Right. Are we ready?
Let's go. So welcome to the very first episode of this new podcast, where we're going to be talking about PlayStation trophies, and Platinum trophies. I'm joined today by Joel from GuyFarruski. on YouTube. How you doing, Joel? I mean, already, I just feel like the cringe is already building in me inside. So, I mean, like, firstly, like, I did the overlay. Well, Joel did the overlay, but I just missed the top. So that's the first thing I see, the fact that you can just see, like, whenever someone's speaking in the green. And I just have no background here at all. Just I look considerably thinner here as well. Great stuff. And I've got a terrible cap on.
I just look awkwardly at the camera whilst you were talking.
Just staring
into people's souls.
Yeah. And I've got a good afro hair going on as well.
Oh.
It didn't last that long, did it? It must have only been like 6-7 episodes. Then it was...
No, 10.
Was it 10?
10. Mortal Parallel was episode 10,
Yeah.
I think. And that was when I used the man bun for the first time.
It's
quite a long time, actually.
Yeah.
Quite a long time. The afro there wasn't actually that bad. It just, instead of growing down, it just grew sideways.
Sideways, just like never ending.
Yeah.
Expanding forever.
Yeah.
I think you would have rocked it.
I reckon I just would have run out of camera space.
You would have. Okay, and you've got your old background there as well.
Which is like pretty much the same one as I got now.
It's not really changed, has it? You got your little LD
yeah.
game stack now, but yeah,
That's
pretty
the only
much
difference, really.
Yeah, it's... Ah, well.
I like keeping things familiar.
Let's go then.
How you doing?
I am very well. So what we're going to do, because it's a new
Didn't even hear what you said there.
podcast, basically going to have a bit more of a laid-back attitude. We're going to talk about ourselves a little bit, introduce ourselves, and introduce our channels. So, I'm Lewis from PlatinumBro. My channel is about mainly beating games to the best, completing games.
It's so hard to watch.
I like collecting platinum trophies, and I like talking about all things PlayStation.
I'm still staring.
You're just giving it, you're giving the sexy eyes at this point, to be fair. Look like a model in this picture.
What I'm thinking at this point is when you said I'm finishing games to the best that it can be, and I'm thinking,
what does that even mean?
it's just grub.
Grub. Yeah.
It's just grub.
This is what this guy tells himself when he finishes My Name Is Mail for the 7th time.
It's just all the Telltale games.
Telltale games put down. But I finished this game to the best it could be. God. About yourself, Joel?
I basically create gaming playthroughs. I'm not the best of gamer, so you can
I'm not
see
the
a lot
best of
fails
gamer.
and a lot of bad
Perfect
attempts,
English.
Perfect.
but I try and get good at them.
I've watched these videos and I can't confirm. That's the audio is just so bad.
Isn't it?
It's just horrendous. Let's skip a little bit because I can't even handle this amount of introduction. This cringe is just killing me on the inside. Let's just go to here. Thank you very much. To be fair, it was going to be Last of Us Part 2 and I just couldn't. I didn't think it was going to... I think Borderlands 2 deserved it more because I'd played this game.
Oh, Borderlands 2.
Took 7.5 months. Like 90 hours.
Only
good platinum hours. Yeah, I imagine. So I was doing like 10
not
hours
bad.
a month basically on and off.
Yeah.
But I felt like that game, I've been with it for a long time. Like I started that game and I'm 9 months older and 7 months older and nowhere. We're 18 months older from this video. How's that make you feel? I was probably 26 years old when I was making that.
I was like 28. No, I just turned. No, when was it? 2020.
2020.
July
2020.
Yeah, I was
God.
just turned 28.
Let's just keep going because I can't even handle this. It's just killing me. It's only 35 minutes long as well.
But it'll be a lot better.
I agree.
Maybe.
Well,
See.
they've said that Sony are going to really support the VR going forward, which I think is brilliant. The
Yeah,
that's
the
right. We're
VR
talking
now
about
will work on the
Iron Man
PlayStation
VR.
5 for you guys who didn't know that.
Oh,
However,
right.
there's going to be a VR 2, but I think it's probably going to be a 2021 or 2022 release because they don't want to release both of them at the same time.
You called it. PSVR 2 was announced. Was it this year? Or was, it last year? Or was it at the end of last year?
might be.
It was announced recently. You heard it here
Called
first.
it.
We called it in 2020.
Yeah. Didn't want to release... Yeah. Was I saying they didn't want to release the PS5 and the VR at the same time?
Yeah.
So the VR 2's coming... Is it coming this year? Or is it 2023?
I don't know if it's this year. It got announced this year.
On the ball, clearly.
It got announced.
PlatinumBro with his inside knowledge of having 200 subs and no contacts. I knew everything.
Premonition.
Yeah, exactly. Complete speculation. I had no idea what I was talking about. Still don't, to be fair. Because it's just too... Let's keep going because I just can't handle it. Poor experience. Like, because the games have been really poor in the history. Like, so you don't expect these, like, groundbreaking games. Because the VR itself is groundbreaking. But you don't expect, like, them to be as good as AAA games. And I think Iron Man's really trying to bridge the gap there.
Yeah.
Do you speak in this podcast?
Barely.
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 I think because it was like the tester one. You were like, I'll make sure he speaks as little as possible
I want to get you speaking.
because then you won't. You can barely hear me.
Yeah, but it's better than me speaking.
All those things.
That's just
are
me
so
speaking the
stressful.
whole
Getting
time.
VR is hard because it's so expensive. I think I picked mine up on Black Friday of last year or the year before.
Oh god, this
It was
VR
£200.
conversation is
So it was
killing
down
me.
by £150.
Why does anybody
That's
watch
why I
this?
bought it.
God.
I'm totally on the gravy train now of VR. Like I will buy the VR.
Got a great bit of hair just sticking out there.
No,
as
yeah,
well.
I can tell.
Just flicking through the cap. I was wearing the cap because my hair just didn't sit at all. And it just got worse as the podcast went on. Until I got a cut, it was just kept going and going. I want to hear you talk. Oh, I think I'm missing. Oh, wait, I see movement.
Oh,
No. No. Look at all these poses. Oh, look at that face. God, it's like he's auditioning for a modelling gig the whole time.
that must have been the time when I told you.
Oh, here we go. He's speaking here.
Next generation, I'm not so sure. We'll see. I mean, like I said, I can't really veer away from PlayStation because trophies. I just can't.
Addicted.
I've spent so much time, invested so much time. I just can't do it in another system.
Ah,
I
yeah.
haven't got the energy.
No, I agree.
I haven't.
Yeah, I would probably, if I got another console, it would be like my casual console, where I would just play games, for fun. Do you know when you used to
And
play
now you
games
have
for
two.
fun and not for trophies?
I've got them all.
That's what I use another console for.
Have you played a game? I've just talking about games for fun there. Have you played a game for fun and not for trophies at any time recently?
Yeah, Pokemon on the DS.
Oh, you played it recently, have you?
I usually take it to the toilet with me.
Nice.
If
One
I'm-
battle.
If I'm, well, I don't know. Sometimes I kind of forget and I just sit there for like
2 hours.
half an hour, and then Emma kind of knocks on the door and she's like, "You're right now.
Like,
Like, you still alive?"
I'm in the middle of a battle. This Dragonite needs to go down. Give me 10. I'm catching a Lapras right now. Do you mind? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have grown since this podcast as a person, as a gamer.
Definitely.
Know all about the
Definitely.
grub. We're back. How'd that make you feel then?
A bit old. It felt like it felt like longer than what it was.
It does feel like a long time ago.
I feel like I know you longer than what I do.
Yeah. It's been like 18 months, really. 19 months since we started the podcast. That's kind of how we met through the podcast. And
Yeah.
obviously we've evolved to being here.
Yeah.
To me being here. In the flesh.
In the
In the
flesh.
flesh. Yeah, it's some mixed feelings there. Like it was kind of an awkward experience to do. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
Obviously we're here now, and we've grown a lot as people. The channels, both our
Definitely.
channels have just changed. Like you were talking about when you introduced your channel there, you were talking about how your channel's about like playing through games and
Let's
stuff.
plays, yeah.
And you don't even do that stuff really at all. You've done one Let's Play video this year, like all of last year.
Yeah.
So just considering how your channel's changed, and as well, the channel blew up pretty much. You weren't getting any views at all. You were getting like 10 views, weren't you? Now you're getting like thousands.
Very, very low.
So it's good to see that. And the same for mine. Like my channel's changed as well, and yeah, it's just funny looking back and hearing myself speak and how nervous I sound.
It's a bit overwhelming. I mean, we like you said, we didn't know each other. It was a post on Instagram. I think
Yeah.
we chatted. We had a video call for like 10 minutes, and then we thought, let's just record. I think it was it on the same day,
Or the day after or something.
something like that. It was recent, and then I was just sitting there like, I don't want to mess this up because this is going to go on his channel. Like, I don't want to do anything to like ruin this. That's
Yeah,
all I was
fair.
thinking about. Like, I was thinking in my head, because I swear a lot in my videos back then. And in my head, I was like, just don't swear. Just control yourself. Just do not swear.
I was nervous, and I remember when I was doing it, like I was thinking, I always get a little bit anxious when I introduce the podcast, like when I start. It's gone away massively now because I've done it so many times. But the first 10 times it was hard, and the first time I was like, right, you can tell like how I say it now compared to how I said it then, how like it's more natural now. You've become more comfortable together, haven't we? And we're just
Definitely.
more chatty and prepared to talk about things. And whereas back then, obviously, it was difficult. Only because we didn't know each other that well.
It was a bit unreal seeing you get out of the car though. When I opened the door, I just couldn't believe it.
It was a bit surreal. We had a good little romantic hug. when
Yeah,
came
we did,
through.
yeah.
His dog Lobo barked at me endlessly for like 20 minutes. Just like it. I'm not surprised.
He likes you now though.
Well,
He likes you now.
I gave him a treat that was enough to win him over for a
Yeah.
little bit. But he started barking as I left though at me.
Yeah, because probably didn't want you to leave.
No, that's it.
He was like, "Don't go.
That
don't go."
chestnut. Oh, don't know. Like he was giving me the look. Like, I hate you. Get lost. Yeah, it's been an interesting day, hasn't it? It's been.
Yeah. Had a meal together.
We did. It was good.
Had a chicken burger.
We did. Both did the same. Both got a beer.
We did.
Had a good chat about anime.
Lewis got a double of everything.
I did.
He
Yeah.
got, he got two.
2 beers and 2 chicken.
Two
Well, 2
chickens.
breasts in the burger because
Yeah.
Protein. Am I right? Gotta get your protein as a gamer, you know?
Yeah.
Lots of, gotta build these muscles up in your fingers, you know? How are you going to recover without the protein? Like, I've actually been getting, like, a sore thumb again. From,
Have you really?
Yeah, like, from clicking the LS sticks so much.
Why'd you click it?
From clicking, like, when you're clicking, like, to zoom in and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I've been getting a sore thumb from that. I'm just getting old.
Was that?
I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
dying.
aliens.
Yeah.
And aliens.
Yeah, it's just so much.
I don't use
moving
that. I don't use that button a lot, to be fair, because I don't really play FPSs.
I don't normally, but it's killing me.
I very rarely play FPSs.
But when you do, your thumbs will be dying. Okay, so our topic of today is going to be, so with the console wars is kind of going crazy. So Microsoft they've bought Bethesda, they've then just bought Activision Blizzard, massive deal. Sony have tried to keep up, and they've bought Bungie, which kind of is not in the same league as those. You know, they bought for what is it, 8 billion, and Activision was bought for 70 billion or something ridiculous.
Like that.
So that means Destiny 3 will be an exclusive, which is, if you like Destiny, that's good and bad, I suppose. If you have an Xbox, you're annoyed. But it does mean that there's going to be really competitive AAA games coming out. And because Bungie's coming out, because Destiny 3 is going to be made by Bungie and it's going to come out only on PlayStation, it's probably going to be better than what it would have been on Xbox because they didn't have the pressure of trying to make the game so good. Now it's a first-party game, essentially. They're going to be really strict on the production of the game. So that's kind of good.
Oh, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll be exclusive, though, would it? It may not be exclusive. I think Microsoft are just flexing at this point. They're just. I think they're either flexing or they're just intimidating Sony. Pretty much saying, we're not going to take over now.
Yeah.
But give us a few years.
We've bought a company which is pretty much worth the same as you.
Yeah. So
if we could buy you, we would buy you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy to be fair.
So
we thought what we'll do is we'll talk about what companies we think, if there was to be a purchase of Sony, what we'd like to see them buy. So, Joel, what company would you like to see Sony buy? Well, if you could choose.
For my own benefit,
yeah.
There's a my own benefit one, and then there's a controversial one. Well, it's probably not controversial. It's probably what a lot of people want, but it's one that it's kind of like shoving two fingers at said company. The one I'd like them to buy is Square Enix. Just so that future Final Fantasy games would be guaranteed to stay on PlayStation.
Yeah, because obviously Final Fantasy VII was exclusive, so
yes,
they must have had some sort of deal. Wasn't Final Fantasy always exclusive until like Xbox 360 anyway?
I don't think so.
It's not.
No, because Final Fantasy 13 came out on both.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And all the ones after that.
I'm just talking
because that was all
garbage.
for new gen, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what other IPs do they actually have? So they've got like
they've got
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that's another one. That
they've got loads. To be fair, I'm just trying to rack them through my brain right now.
They're mostly JRPGs. To be fair, they're very like Japanese heavy.
But they're a publisher
games.
as well, aren't they? Though, so they're, obviously like Crystal Dynamics made Avengers. Yeah. They've published a lot of games. So
Tomb Raider,
yeah,
which at one point was timed exclusive for Xbox.
Which it was
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be good to see them do it, definitely. But then do we actually want it to be owned by a party, or would you rather it was just owned by themselves?
It's just money talks.
Yeah.
And the way we're seeing things now is it's either going to be PlayStation going to buy them or Xbox going to buy them at some point.
Yeah, there's got to be a limit as to how many the Xbox can buy, though. They can't. I mean, obviously, I know they can afford to buy everybody, but surely there's got to be a limit where some sort of governing body says, you can only own so much before it becomes just an insane monopoly.
Depends on how much money they make, to be fair. Money talks.
Yeah. On that, I'll say mine then. And I would like to see them buy Capcom, if they were to buy one. Capcom's a big company. They've actually done really well in terms of their shares and stuff for the past couple of years because of Monster Hunter World was our most successful game ever. And then obviously Devil May Cry 5, you got Resident Evil.
Which I platinum, by the way.
Yeah, you did. So he says. And, like, there's some absolutely amazing big series on there. And, if Sony had that, I think that would punch way more muscle than Bungie. But I think probably Bungie's not worth what it was when it was making Halo.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. They can make good shooters, there's no doubt. But, it may not just be about Destiny. PlayStation may push them to make a new IP.
Yeah.
God knows we want new IPs.
We always want new IP.
Especially shooters. Because what shooters have you got now? You got the Battlefield, Destiny, Call of Duty.
Yeah. Especially if...
What else?
I don't know if Call of Duty will be... exclusive. So like I knew I was being very, very objective and saying with Bethesda being bought by Xbox, Elder Scrolls was always going to be exclusive. It always was going to be because that was their flagship series, and Bethesda is a massive company, but it wasn't worth as much as Call of Duty. And so I don't know if it'll be exclusive or not because they're basically eliminating 40% of their audience by doing that, and it would affect the sales of the game, but maybe they will.
What do you feel about a PlayStation mascot being owned by Microsoft now?
Who?
Crash.
The Blizzard one?
Activision, isn't it?
No, it was Activision a long time ago. It's not them anymore.
Oh, he's got them now?
It's like Bob's for Toys or something. Who
Oh,
makes
right.
them, yeah.
Oh, all right then.
So we're okay.
Right.
Xbox don't have Crash. I wouldn't have been bothered. To be
Yet.
fair, so- Yet.
They're like,
Probably will.
yeah, they're aiming like.
Yeah, because Bob's for Toys did not make Crash and Spyro. Or am I just thinking of Spyro?
I'm not sure, I'm not sure.
I can't call
Is that even? Is your phone even charging?
It's dead.
It is.
It's dead.
It
It's
is.
perished today. Too much maps. Get lost in the maps. Driving around Manchester, not knowing where I'm going. Okay, what about another one?
One I would like to see. We all know Kojima is very tight with Sony.
Loves them.
Um,
The boys.
so I'd like to see Sony buy Kojima Productions. It probably won't happen because Kojima obviously has his own studio now. But
Yeah.
I'd like to see them buy Kojima Productions and then buy Konami. And then Konami would have no say in the PT game that was meant to happen. And it's not because I was going to play PT, because I don't like horror games, so I wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of shove it in Konami's face, because the way they treated Kojima was, like, inhumane.
Yeah, especially like on the Metal Gear. Didn't they fall out during the production of Metal Gear Solid 5?
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5's end production was just a mess.
Yeah.
Absolute mess. And that's why the ending was pretty... It was too predictable after a certain point.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It would be good if they did buy that, to be fair. It'd be
but
interesting.
I don't know if Konami would sell.
But Konami's worth loads though, because I'm just thinking Konami own Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Alone is valued at 25 billion. So it's like the amount it would cost to buy Konami would be substantial. They probably couldn't afford it. I don't know if they could. I have no idea how much Capcom and stuff's worth, but
I think they could probably afford it. What
must be worth about,
would it be worth it for them? That's the big question.
yeah, spending 40 billion. Would they actually reclaim that eventually, or
They probably would, to be fair. If they made PT, they'd get a hell of a lot,
get a
get a
chunk of
hell
it
of a
back.
lot of money back. But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it?
yeah, it's definitely the way the console wars are going. It's pretty crazy. Like, it's. I mean, I think actually it's for the bet. Well, I say that Elder Scrolls isn't going to be on PlayStation now, but I'm hoping that it's going to increase the caliber of game because we all can agree here that the quality of AAA games has definitely declined. There's a lot of still good games coming out every year, but you know, for every good game that comes out, we're getting a game by EA or a game by Square Enix that falls short, or you know, Bethesda over the past recent years have been absolutely garbage. Bethesda was in need of something being changed after Fallout 76, and we were too busy milking Skyrim to even work on Elder Scrolls 6. Like, they needed to kick up the arse, and obviously Microsoft now are going to crack the whip and be like, we want Elder Scrolls 6 at the end of this generation, so get it done.
Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing though?
Well, you have no idea what's actually going on behind closed doors, do you? But
I never like to hear like studios being rushed.
Skyrim's I keep saying Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6 has been in the works. It would have been in the works for like, I bet it's been in the works for 5 years.
So was Cyberpunk.
Well, yeah, that's true. You don't know how that one played out. I'm not saying that it would be good to rush them either. I agree. But
Yeah.
something need to be done with Bethesda because they were just spinning their wheels at this point. And now they're going to get the push. And I think it's when they know they're making games that have to sell a system, and there's pressure from the owner of the system, the quality's going to be better. That's my positivity on it. I'm hoping that the new games that come out, when Bungie's new game comes out, when Bethesda's new game comes out, when Activision's Diablo 4 comes out, they'll be better than what they were going to be. That's how I'm thinking about it.
Fingers crossed. It probably will be, to be fair. It just depends on if the passion for games takes over. If the money making takes over the passion for games.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of companies go wrong, where they just start thinking of the profits rather than the experience gamers are going to get, which is what's going to give them the profits.
I agree. But on that, what I will say is, definitely Bethesda and definitely Activision Blizzard, they were both already in that trap. They were already at the point where they were just milking their audience. You know, World of Warcraft
Oh, yeah.
changed massively over the last 10 years. Call of Duty, obviously, we know what that's like. And then obviously Bethesda with Skyrim. Fallout, they just spent so long, all they cared about was just getting more money, that the quality of the stuff happening did suffer massively. Like, you know, the Call of Duty games every year, that won't change. But, you know, that's in itself is part of the process of them just trying to make a new game every year for sales. And, like, for example, I know that when all the stuff from Blizzard came out, Activision literally changed their advertisement slogans and stuff for Call of Duty. They took off Blizzard from every single advert, because obviously it's Activision Blizzard. They just changed it to Activision because they didn't want to be associated with that sort of stuff. So, yeah, Activision Blizzard needed to change anyway, to be fair. The way it was being ran sounded pretty grim.
How would you feel about Sony buying BioWare?
That would be pretty cool. I would be all for that, actually.
Because BioWare kind of fallen from grace a bit.
They have. They'll come back maybe a little bit with the Mass Effect remastered stuff.
Even though we kind
Slayed
of
it.
destroyed it when it came out.
Yeah, it didn't look like, the adverts didn't make it look like good for a good remaster at all.
Yeah.
But apparently it's okay.
Yeah, I've heard from a lot of people that they're pretty happy with it. Let us know down below if you're happy with it.
But could they buy BioWare? Because obviously it's owned by EA. So would EA even sell it? It's part of EA now, so I don't think they even could acquire it.
EA are worth so much, let's be honest, because of FIFA.
Oh, yeah.
And rumour has it they're going to lose a license for FIFA very soon.
That'll be interesting, wouldn't it?
So a lot of their value would
Oh,
decline
go
quite a
bankrupt.
lot.
Well, they've got Madden still, but Madden's still...
It's not.
as popular.
FIFA's sports games. In terms of sports games, I think FIFA's has been at the top
big
for
one.
quite a long time. PES did take over for a little bit, but it's absolute garbage now. So that's long gone.
Konami, that, isn't it, though?
It is.
Yeah, they tried to adopt the free-to-play model and no one's playing it. Took a loss on that one, took an L, but the sales didn't even hail in comparison to FIFA anyway. Never did.
No.
It was okay. It was never great. It was all right.
It's the licenses.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to play with a slightly less good game, but have the actual teams, the actual names of the players, the actual kits, than have a slightly better game and play with Man Red and Man Blue.
New you for Newcastle United.
There's weird names they used to give the teams.
Yeah, that's very true.
Just having that license, but yeah, apparently they're going to lose it very soon.
I hope so.
I'm wondering who's going to take it after they lose it.
Well, they've lost the Star Wars exclusivity, haven't they? Exclusivity, that's it. They've lost that.
I don't know how I feel about that. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've given it to
I'm
Ubisoft.
going to be just trying to be positive. I'm just going to hope for the best. Ubisoft build great worlds.
They do.
Great work. The design, the level designs, the world they build is amazing.
Just buggy as hell.
Just buggy and as hell.
Repetitive.
Yeah, unfortunately, so. But never mind. Let's bring our live podcast to an end. We'll not make it as long as the other ones because we've got other stuff we need to be doing today.
Yes, we
We've
do.
got some other stuff we want to record. So it's been
rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, yeah. It's been an experience, my friend.
Definitely.
And we'll end it there. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching our live romantic times. I'll leave a link down to Joel's channel as always down below. If you're enjoying the Discord for that challenge that we mentioned previously as well. And also I will say as well, I'm actually now on TikTok. So if you want to follow PlatinumBro7 on TikTok, you can find me at PlatinumBro7, but I'll also link it down below if you want to watch some trophy hunting memes.
For all you thirsty boys.
All the thirsty boys want to see me with no shirt on. That TikTok is the place to go. So on that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
Bye-bye.